The Valentine's Day encounter. In the winter of 2022, I had been seeing a girl named Sarah for a few months. It all started on a chilly October evening when we met at a local coffee shop. Our connection was instant, and we quickly became inseparable. By the time Valentine's Day rolled around, we were a couple deeply invested in each other. Valentine's Day was on a Monday that year, and we decided to celebrate with a cozy dinner at a restaurant near the lake. The place was charming, and the food was delightful. After dinner, we took a stroll along the lakeside, enjoying the crisp evening air. Everything seemed perfect until Sarah received a text from an unknown number. She looked worried, but didn't say anything. I tried to brush it off, thinking it was just a work-related issue. As we continued our walk, I noticed a figure lingering at the edge of the park. The person was dressed in a dark hoodie, and their face was obscured. I mentioned it to Sarah, but she shrugged it off, saying it was probably just someone out for a late walk. Later that evening, we returned to my apartment. We were relaxing on the couch, watching a movie, when Sarah's phone rang again. This time, it was a voicemail from the same unknown number. Sarah played it, and the voice was chillingly familiar. It was someone pretending to be her ex, someone she hadn't mentioned before but apparently had a history with. The message was filled with veiled threats and unsettling remarks. Feeling uneasy, I suggested we head to bed. Sarah agreed, and we went to sleep. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to the sound of muffled noises coming from the living room. I got up, quietly checking to see if Sarah was still asleep. She was, but as I ventured into the living room, I noticed the front door was slightly ajar. My heart raced. I carefully approached the door and saw that it had been tampered with. Someone had tried to pick the lock. My immediate thought was to check if Sarah was safe, so I returned to the bedroom and found her still asleep. I locked the door and decided to call the police. As I waited for the police to arrive, I noticed something strange on the living room carpet, a trail of red rose petals leading to the kitchen. The petals seemed to form a pattern, and at the end of the trail was a handwritten note that simply read, "I'm always watching." The police arrived quickly and conducted a thorough search of the apartment. They found no one inside, but they did discover a single rose with a note tied to it, left on the doorstep. The note had Sarah's name written on it, and a message. "This is just the beginning." Despite the police reassurance, neither of us could shake the feeling of being watched. For the rest of the night, we stayed up together, keeping a close watch on the apartment. It wasn't until the sun came up that we felt a sense of relief. The following weeks were filled with increased vigilance and police patrols around the area. Sarah eventually moved in with me for safety, and although the mystery of the strange messages and eerie encounter was never fully solved, the experience left us with a chilling reminder of how quickly a romantic evening can turn into a nightmare. To this day, we make sure to always be cautious, never forgetting that unsettling Valentine's Day when someone tried to invade our safe space.